Welcome to our fifth video on installing SQL Server Express and Microsoft SQL Server extension for VS Code. This video is in preparation for our next video, Entity Framework Core with VS Code. Microsoft SQL Server is a relational database management system. A database server is a software product that stores and retrieves data. It does it by storing the data in a series of columns and rows. There are other relational databases like Oracle and MySQL, but today we're going to install and use Microsoft SQL Server. And we're also going to install Microsoft SQL Server extension for VS Code. This will allow us to query the database, create a database, create tables, and query the tables right inside VS Code, which will be pretty cool. So let's get started. So to do that, let's go and download Microsoft SQL Server, and we can get that from Microsoft.com. So there are several versions that we can download. You can install this on-premise or on the cloud. For development purposes, we can use the developer or the Express version. With the developer's version, it's a full feature edition, but you can only use this on a development environment. You cannot use this on a production environment. Express, on the other hand, is limited, but you can use this on a development, or you can use this on a production environment. Today we're going to use Express, and because it has everything we need. I'll go ahead and click on download. I'll save it to my local drive. And once downloaded, I'll go ahead and run it. I'll select yes for the user control account control. There we go. The installation just started. We're just going to go with the basic installation. We don't need to customize it. I'll take all the default options. I'll go ahead and accept the license agreement. I'll take the default installation folder and install. This could take a while, so I'll pause the video and I'll resume it once the installation is complete. Okay, the installation is done. It downloaded it and installed it successfully. There are a couple of things we want to make a note of. You can see that it created in the local host, and the instance is the name of the SQL Server instance that you want to make a note of. This is what you're going to use to connect to the database. So you want to make note of localhost and SQL Express. That's the name of the instance of your SQL Server. I'll go ahead, and the other thing we also want to install is the SQL Server management software. This SQL Server Management Studio, Ssms. So this will allow us to manage the database itself. You can connect to it, create a database, create tables, query tables, and things like that. So let's go ahead and install that as well. Click on Install as Ssms. What that will do is actually take you to a website to download SQL Server Management Studio. And let's go ahead and download that by clicking on this link here. I'll save it to the local drive again. Okay, it just finished downloading it. Let's go ahead and start the installation. Okay, Let's go ahead and I'll accept the default folder and click on install. Microsoft SQL Server itself doesn't really have a user interface for you to interact with. So you're going to need a tool like this, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, to connect to the database, and then from there you can do whatever you need with the database. After this, we're going to install a similar tool, an extension for VS Code, which will allow us to do something similar right inside VS Code, so we don't need to come out and use Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, just finished installing it. Let's restart the computer. It looks like it wants us to do that. Okay, so once it's installed, let's run SQL Server Management Studio and see everything is working. And you can find it in your menu, Microsoft SQL Server Management. Click on that to run it. Okay, it was able to start up successfully. Remember after this installation of SQL Server, I told you to kind of make note of the server instance that it created. So here it's using the computer name, and the instance is SQL Express. I can use the computer name, or I can say localhost, which is basically saying use the local computer, or I can say dot, or the actual computer name. I'll just go with the dot notation. And when I connect to it for the first time, when it was installed with Windows authentication. So I'll go ahead and use the default, and I'll connect. So if SQL Server was installed successfully, we should be able to connect to it, and looks like it did. So connected to my instance of SQL Express, and you can see there's some default databases that were created, the system databases. So let's see if we can create our own test database. New, I'll select the right click on the database node, select new menu, new database. And I'll just give it the name test. Okay, it looks like everything seems to be working. So the next thing we want to do now is install MSSQL extension for VS Code. So with the extension for VS Code, it will allow us to do similar things right inside VS Code. So let's start up VS Code. And let's go down to our extension. And let's type in MSSQL. It's SQL Server. Select that one. And it is from Microsoft SQL Server MSSQL. And select install. So with this extension, we can connect to the SQL Server instance using VS Code. And from there, we can write SQL scripts. We can query the database, query the tables, create tables. See, there's an add connection menu here up on the upper left, and I got here by selecting on the SQL Server. I'll click on add connection. And now in the middle here, you'll see it's going to ask for a host name. Host name could be your computer name or localhost, or remember we're using the dot notation. I'll go ahead and click on select dot or period, hit enter. It's going to ask for a database. I'll go ahead and accept, I'll just leave it empty for default. and I'll say integrated. Oh, sorry, I think we made a mistake. Let's start over. We'll click on add. We're going to say host name is going to be dot, and then we're going to say a slash and SQL Express was our instance name. So we forgot to enter that the last time. Hit enter. I'll keep the empty string for the database, and authentication I'll use integrated. I'll select the default and enter. And over on the left here, it looks like we were able to connect to our instance SQL Express. If I expand on the databases folder, we should see the test database that was just created. So let's try to run some scripts right inside VS Code, see if it's working. So I'll select on File, New File. And what I want to do here is change the file type from plain text. If I come down to the bottom right, select the click on the plain text, and up here in the middle, type in SQL. Select the SQL. So now it's going to be a SQL file. And let's use the command use master. We're going to tell that we want to use the master database. And let's see if we can create a new database. And let's call this one tutorial B. Right click, execute query. Choose connection, and that's the connection we just created. Let's highlight the whole thing. Oh, okay. Just finished. Let's see if I actually created the database. Right click on the database folder, select refresh. Looks like it ran, it just need to be refreshed. Then refresh, let's try to disconnect, and then we'll reconnect. There it is. Looks like we were able to run the script. We told it to use the master database and create a new database, tutorial DB, and there it is. Now we should be ready for our next video to use VS Code and Entity Framework Core. Thanks for watching.